for two, and two for tea. Me for you, and you for me. Can't you see how happy we would be?
You could raise a family, a boy like us, a girl like me.
Can't you see how happy we would be?
Seatbelt on, Jake.
Good day.
No.
Why?
David said the F word to me.
The F word?
Yes. And it wasn't very nice.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't.
Whatever happened to innocence?
I told my teacher.
Good, and what did she say?
She laughed.
She did what?
She thought it was funny.
What kind of teachers do they have in schools these days?
Look, that's her, Miss Beeston.
Right, Miss Beeston. So how funny you think it is now.
Maggie, maybe a strongly worded letter.
He said the F word to other people as well.
What?
David said the F word to other people as well.
Did he?
Yes, and some of them were quite thin.
Look, Jake, I know it's not very nice, and I wouldn't ask you this normally, but this F word, can you tell me what it is?
Fat.
Hello? Who? Oh, yes. She's fine. No, she hasn't. Why? Has she? Are you absolutely sure? Well, of course. Yes, thanks for telling me. I'll be in touch. Goodbye. How was school?
Oh, you know,
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
it's the same as it always is.
And how would you know?
What?
You haven't been there for 4 days, have you?
Have you been checking up on me?
Your headmistress just phoned to find out how your migraine was.
That was nice of her.
What migraine?
You see, you never notice anything.
Georgia, you haven't got a migraine.
Prove it.
You've been playing truant, haven't you?
I've been bunking off, yes.
Why? Have you got problems?
You mean apart from the fact I've been recently orphaned? None that I can think of.
Okay, so you're having a bad time at school.
No.
Then why bunk off?
Because I'm sick of the way people treat me.
Well, haven't they been very understanding?
Yes, they have. I've had understanding up to here. They're treating me like some kind of invalid. It's all, do you feel like playing netball, Georgia? Do you want to go on the school trip, Georgia? And they're so careful never to talk about their parents. It's doing my head in.
You're saying that you don't like people being nice to you?
Yes.
So you've stopped going in?
And still they start treating me normally, yes.
Well, I'm glad you told me this. This could have escalated. You could have just run away from everything.
Well, I wouldn't have run away from here.
I'm glad to hear that.
Nobody's nice to me here.
Morning. Big day today. Concrete in the garage floor. Any chance of a cup of tea?
You know where the kettle is?
Good film, wasn't it?
Film was fine.
Liz.
Stay on the mat. I've just washed that bit.
It's not my fault one of my ex-girlfriends was in the seat behind us.
She seemed to think she was your current girlfriend.
Lack of communication.
She was communicating very well. She got a standing ovation from the audience when she called you a rat.
She just won't accept that it's over between us.
Well, perhaps you should have told her it was over before you asked me out.
I told her then, didn't I?
You did. And how are you going to get rum and raisin ice cream off your trousers?
Liz, I don't want this to come between us.
I'm not going to be a woman who loves too much.
What?
On Anne and Nick, there was a discussion and a phone-in on women who love too much.
You don't say.
Denise from Banbury said that she was in love with a man who was always coming home smelling of Chanel No. 5, and she kept finding phone numbers in his car coat.
I haven't got a car coat.
And I don't intend to become one of those women.
Are you trying to say you love me?
Oh, morning. I think the drains are blocked again, Tom. Tom.
Oh, sorry. Right you are, Mrs. Prentice. I'll take a look.
Liz? Liz, did I interrupt something?
Oh, I'm glad you did, Mrs. Prentice.
Is it Tom?
Well, my feelings are in somewhat of a turmoil, but won't stop me emptying the bins.
Well, sit down and have a cup of coffee. Tell me about it if you want to.
He's a Sagittarius. Tom.
And that's bad, is it?
And I'm a Libra.
Who are you?
Mystic Meg says destiny opens a tartan case. In my stars for this week.
And but has Tom got a tartan case? Well, perhaps he's going to take you away for a weekend.
That's just the sort of thing I want to avoid.
Is it?
Why do men always want sex all the time?
Not all of them do.
There are other things that are much more important.
Oh, yes, there are. What are they?
Sensitivity, for one thing.
Just a small blockage in the bend, Mrs. P. I gave it a serious plunging.
Oh, well, I hope you did it sensitively.
Why is that funny?
Just you wait there. Maggie?
Philip, are you all right? Oh, you look dreadful.
Well, don't waste your sympathy. It's his own fault. He's perfectly all right.
Yes, but this blazer isn't.
Typical. More worried about my uniform than me.
Well, of course I'm worried about you. Those trousers can't be mended. More expense and the turn's only a month old. I bet you didn't think of that when you were rolling around in the playground.
Well, funnily enough, I didn't know.
Yes, his headmaster said it isn't the first time he started a fight, but it's definitely the worst experience.
Yes, I can see that.
Should see the other bloke.
Philip, I've already told you that fighting is nothing to be proud of.
That's your opinion.
Why did you pick on that boy?
Why not?
He has no reason, apparently.
Tell me how it started.
Not again. I've already told Mr. Spencer and him.
Then tell me.
You tell her. I'm going to make a sandwich.
Just a moment. Just go get cleaned up. Have a bath. Go on.
But it's the middle of the day.
It's a cruel world. No use talking to him. He's obviously not sorry he started fighting.
Did you talk to the headmaster?
I did.
I suppose he blames us, does he? I suppose he thinks now Philip's living with us, he'll go completely off the rails and end up in the gutter in Piccadilly Circus, begging, with a mongrel dog and a harmonica.
Didn't put it quite as colourfully as that.
But that's what he thought.
He introduced me to the school psychologist.
Oh, they wheeled everyone out then. What did he say?
She.
Oh, don't tell me. Cropped hair, glasses, elasticated waist and a badly fitting bra.
She was wearing a paisley smock.
Oh, ye gods. How can I take anyone seriously who wears a paisley smock?
She's been worried about Philip since the beginning of term. Apparently, he always refers to this place as a temporary address, that he's just staying with us for a while.
If only.
Well, the psychologist thinks that he feels insecure, that we don't really want him here, or Georgia or Jay.
Has she been listening at doors?
Well, she didn't have to, did she? You've hardly been the Earth Mother, have you?
Well, that's because I'm not an Earth mother or any other kind of mother.
I know.
I suppose she thinks it's my fault, as
No,
usual.
she didn't say that. She knows we've got a difficult job.
So what does she suggest? A hug a day?
No.
Quality time, then. It's bound to be something American.
She thinks we should adopt him.
What?
Well, not just him, all of them.
Why?
Well, it'll give them security, a feeling of permanence.
Well, couldn't we just put nameplates on their bedroom doors? Well, can you adopt and see if you like it, and if you don't, unadopt?
It's irreversible. There is a probationary period of 13 weeks before the adoption is granted.
So I could change my mind?
Well, so could they. I mean, the court could decide that you're not suitable as an adoptive mother.
They wouldn't dare. How dare they?
They haven't done it yet. We are their next of kin.
Well, as far as we know.
What do you mean?
As far as we know, we're their next of kin. There could be a second cousin somewhere who's desperate to meet them.
Maggie, this isn't surprise.
Well, I'm sure there are relatives somewhere we don't know about. Perhaps we should make inquiries.
We are their only relatives, and we should become their adoptive parents.
Oh, but
what? This is it. We have these children whether we like it or not. And some distant auntie with no ties and a desperate desire for an instant family is not going to suddenly appear on the doorstep and sweep them away.
Well, it might happen.
Only Walt Disney could make that happen.